We now continue with lesson 5 in maths, that is multiplication word problems. We have a sum on our screen. Bananas were bought to be given to the children. 1 dozen is 12 bananas. How many are there in 6 dozens? Children, when you say word problems means it is you're explaining the sum, alright? Verbal sums, what we call as. So now, let us see what are the numbers that we have here. We have 12 bananas and we have 6 dozens. So let's visualize the sum. So we have here 6 dozens and each dozen has got 12, right? If you want to find the total, what will you do? You will add the number 12 6 times. That will give you the answer 72. But when you add many times, we call it as repeated addition. So repeated addition is same as multiplication. There are some words which indicate it is multiplication like each, per, times, 1. In our particular sum, the word 1 has been highlighted. So 1 dozen is 12 bananas. So you have been given the value for 1. You need to find the value for many. So we do multiplication. 12 6 are lattice method. 12 is 10 plus 2. You arrange it 6 10 60. 6 2s are 12. You add 60 and 12 and you will get the answer. So you will write down there are 72 bananas in 6 dozens. Next sum. Vaishnavi purchased 3 umbrellas. She paid rupees 265 for each umbrella. How much did she spend in all? Now whenever we are doing multiplication, sums or word problems, you need to look at the numbers. So here the number is 3 umbrellas. That is a keyword. What is the second keyword? It is rupees 265 for each. First we will visualize the sum. So we have 3 umbrellas. Each of them is costing 265. So that means the number 265 has been added 3 times. Again we know repeated addition is same as multiplication. And what are the sums we have to look, words we have to look for? Each, per, times, and 1. So what is the word here in our sum? It is each. So each umbrella costs rupees 265. So you know the cost of 1, you have to find the cost of many. So that is why we do multiplication. 265 multiplied by 3, lattice method. 265 is written as 200 plus 60 plus 5. You arrange it, multiply by 3, 600. 3 200s are 600, 3 60s are 180, 3 5s are 15. You arrange, you add them, you get the answer 795. Answer, Vaishnavi spent rupees 795 in all. So children, always remember to visualize. That will make you understand the sum better. Let's take another example. Swara purchased 24 dictionaries. She paid rupees 462 per dictionary. What is the total cost of the dictionaries? Here you first visualized it. So you have stacks of 6 dictionaries. That means 24 in all. Each costing 462. That means the number 462 has to be added how many times? 24 times. So that is what repeated addition, which is same as multiplication. So to find out the answer, what are the words we need to use? Each, per, times, 1. So what is the keyword here? Can you see that? Per. So she paid rupees 465 per dictionary means per means 1. So how will you find out? 462 multiplied by 24. Lattice method. 462 is 400 plus 60 plus 2. 24 is written as 20 plus 4. You arrange it in your lattice. 460 and 2, 20 and 4. When you multiply 420, you get 8,000. 60 and 20, 1,200. 20 and 2 is 40. 4 and 400 is 1,600. 60 into 4 is 240. 4 2s are 8. So then you will arrange all the numbers and you will add them. we get the answer 11,088. You will write down the answer. The total cost of the dictionaries is rupees 11,088.
Multiplication word problems. One small sack of rice costs rupees 825. How much do 5 such sacks cost? Now there are 5 sacks. So 1 sack, 2 sack, 3 sack, 4 sack, 5 sack. Each costing 825 rupees. First let us underline the important words. The cost of one rice is, so 1, there is a word 1. So 1 sack costs rupees 325. And how many sacks are there? There are 5 sacks. So that means when you are adding the number 825 5 times, right? So what is given? It is given rupees 825 is cost of 1 sack. Correct? And what have you to find out? Cost of 5 sacks. Correct? Now, I told you, you have to visualize in your mind. There are 5 sacks. So that means it is repeated addition, and thus you understand what is the operation that you have to use. We have to use multiplication. So when you have to add repeatedly, we use multiplication. So that will be 825 multiplied by 5. Correct? So 825, you write it as 800 plus 20 plus 5. Arrange it in the lattice method. So 5 into 8 is 4, 800 is 4,000. 520 is 100. 5 5s are 25. You arrange all the 3 numbers and you add them. So the answer is 4,125. So the cost of 5 sacks is rupees 4,125. Now let's continue with the word problem. A van carries 205 crates of mangoes. If each crate contains 48 mangoes, how many mangoes are there in the van? What do you mean by crates? Crates means boxes. You've seen that mangoes are packed in wooden boxes, or fruits or vegetables, whatever are packed in wooden boxes. So each box is called as a crate. So there are 205 crates, and in every crate there is 48 mangoes. Now you have to imagine 205 crates. In every crate there is 48. That means I am adding the number 48 205 times. Correct? So what does it mean? It is repeated addition. Repeated addition is what we call as multiplication. Now the key word here which tells us is each. If each crate contains 48 mangoes, how many mangoes are there in all? So now what is given? It is given there are 205 crates. How many mangoes in each crate? 48 mangoes. So what you have to find? You have to find out total number of mangoes. Now we say that it is repeated addition. So what is the operation that we will use? The operation that we use will be multiplication. And which are the 2 numbers that you are going to multiply? You are going to multiply 205 multiplied by 48. So let's multiply using the lattice method. So 205 will be written as 200 plus 0 plus 5. 48 will be written as 40 plus 8. So let's arrange it. Multiplication sign. So 200 plus 0 plus 5 and 40 plus 40 and 8. Now you will complete the multiplication. Now after arranging the numbers, we did the lattice method. 40 into 200 is 8,000, 0, 40 zeros are 0, 45s are 200. Then 200 into 8 is 1,600, 0, 8 5s are 40. Then you arrange all the numbers. After arranging the numbers, we add it. So the answer is 9,840. So what will be your answer? There are 9,840 mangoes in the crates. How many crates? 205 crates.
When we do multiplication, we need to look out for the numericals. Then we also need to arrange our numbers as what has been given, what we have to find out, and what is the operation that we have to use. To help us visualize the sum, what do? We try and draw a small sketch. So what is the sum? A bag costs 547 rupees. What will be the cost of 12 bags? So that means you draw 12 bags. You can draw rough squares or rectangles, and each is 547. That means the number 547 is taken how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we take the number 547 12 times. So when it says times, what do? We multiply. So what has been given? The cost of a bag is 547. What have you to find out? The cost of 12 bags. What is the operation we will use? The operation we will use will be multiplication, and you will solve the sum. Solve the word problems. Draw a rough picture to help you visualize the sum and solve it. Please remember to write your name, children, on each page. Be neat in your work. Thank you, children. Stay safe.